Hey, good morning. Tom Zapolsky here. I'm your board president. I wanted to give you hopefully a 3-minute overview of the board meeting last night. So if you didn't get a chance to attend and you don't bother reading the minutes, because who does, then this will give you a quick update on what's going on in case there's something of interest to you. So let's jump right in. Board meeting September 15th was held at the Clubhouse and on Zoom. There was one owner in attendance, but here's why. The air condition in the Clubhouse is kaput. And so it was hot. I mean, it was hot, and we couldn't use too many fans because it messed up the audio. So that was a fun experience. We went through some normal business, approving of minutes, full financial report. If you ever have any question about the finances and where they are, how we spend our money, where we spend our money, hey, what's going on with that assessment? Every single board member that's captured, that information is also posted in the owner portal and available to you anytime. So full transparency, you can have whatever you want. Our community manager, Suzanne Bishop, gave a thorough report on activities going on in the park. She also noted that now that she's made it through season and she's kind of seated in that position, she is at the board's direction enforcing our rules in the community. So you may receive a letter about maybe the need to pressure wash your driveway, or your grass is growing too high, or there's debris on your property. Take that in the spirit that it's intended as a way to move the community forward. I'll let you know everybody's being treated absolutely fairly. I got a letter this week that I had some debris behind my house, some old shingles from back when Hurricane Michael had my roof replaced. I had a stack of shingles that had grass growing up all around it between my lot and the others. It just looked bad. The truth is, it looked bad. And so I got an official letter from the manager. At first, like I said before, when I read that letter, I was like, why didn't she just call me? And then it struck me, because no one's exempt. There's no special treatment, and even the board president will get notice. I have 30 days to turn that around. I already took care of it. But anyways, I think that's a good thing. Angie Singletary ran through a thorough special assessment report, the projects, where they are, what's going on. Let's see. We were presented with 4 proposals for new air conditions up in the Clubhouse. That was reluctantly approved. It's a $40,000 purchase probably before it's all done. And there's 3 units, and it's kind of a big deal. But the truth is, things move slowly in our community. So even if we renovated that building, even if we demoed that building and built a new building, even if we just took that building down and put bathrooms up there and had no front clubhouse, whatever you as an owner want to do with it, whatever we as a community decide, will take forever because of the required process. I'm going to do my best to expedite that so that we either improve the existing structure and get it in a state that you can be proud of and use. I'm going to post a video later of the current condition. But until then, we do need to conduct our business. It is used for church and some other functions. And if we don't, I really appreciate Neil, one of our board members, pointing this out. If we don't replace those ACs, it will condemn the building because of the mold and stuff and the humidity that'll grow immediately. We can possibly use those units at the office. So if we were to do major renovations to the Clubhouse and then needed different AC units, those could be perhaps used at the Clubhouse, or they could be used. Sorry, my kid's diabetes alarm. He's okay. But they could be used at the office or back in the maintenance. So we'll try to make the most of that investment. There's some concrete repairs walking up to the pool. We implemented an attendance and leave, a sick leave policy for our employees. It's important that we are competitive and retain our employees. And it's pretty common these days to have a blanket PTO. So it's paid time off. It's either sick or it's vacation or whatever you want. But we don't have to mess with it. It's your time to use as you wish. We approved adding some people to the Budget and Finance Committee, to the Security Committee. We talked about common ground maintenance. It used to be called common ground adoption. But if someone, their property abuts a grassy area and they want to plant some flowers or improve it, there's a process for that. We briefly reviewed the beach contract, but we're going to wait and see exactly when that's up for renewal. I believe it's after the new year, so we're looking into that. I proposed a new rule or additional language to our rules regarding lawn care and height of grass and some things we just need to do as a community so that the manager can call balls and strikes. That's not subjective. No one should go around and say, well, that yard looks messy to me. We should define those things so that it's black and white and you as an owner know exactly where you stand. And we also, exciting, open the front pool deck year round. The pool itself will close because it's in the rule book. Quick note on this, our community over the years has put a lot of little operational things within the rules. When you change a rule, you have to present the change to the board approves it goes to the owners for 14 days notice, and then is implemented, I believe, the next board meeting. So changing a rule is involved, and things like pool times shouldn't be in the rules, but they're there. So what we were able to do was open the pool deck, because that's not in the rules, and we'll work on the swimming dates here in the coming months. We also talked about getting the rules committee fired up so that a lot of these little nuances, we can do some sweeping rule changes. They're going to be minor things that you either don't care about at all, will never impact you, perhaps you care about greatly, but we'll get that taken care of here in the coming weeks and months. We also officially identified the little plexiglass box in the back of the office as our official posting area. It's always been that way, but was never memorialized in any minutes, so it's kind of paperwork that we did. And that was it. There was a lot of conversation around all of these things, but in essence, that's what occurred last night at the board meeting, and a 3-minute update turned into 6.5. So I'm going to shut this down so you can get on with your day. Thanks for participating, paying attention. Please understand that the manager is tasked with implementing the policies as they exist, good, bad, or ugly. So let her do that. Encourage her to do that. It's where our community needs to go. When you have a dispute with a policy, your move is to the board, and you have a board that will listen and wants to understand. We're going to support our manager. We also understand there's some circumstances or maybe some confusion. We're trying to tidy things up and get us operationally, on good footing. But let's not take it out on her, because she's actually doing exactly what we want her to do. All right, thanks. Have a good weekend.